So I think that's it. You have to excuse me with technology. I'm not very good at technology at all. So hi, you'll have to excuse me with technology. I'm not so good on technology, but I'm really happy to be here. I'm really happy to be representing the Daily Yoga app today. So I've been working with the Daily Yoga app now for I think just over a year, and if you have a look on there you'll find my courses on there, yoga for men, beginners for men, but really it's a beginner's yoga course for anybody really. I think anybody at the beginning of their journey will get a lot of benefit out of that. I'm the head of the Pranayama school, so you might have come across Pranayama through Dashama on the Daily Yoga app. Dashama House, we have the 30-day yoga challenge, and now our teacher training is now on there as well. So I'm not going to answer, I'm going to wave because I can see that. I'm on my phone here, you see, and when I go to my mat, I won't be able to see the questions coming up. So I apologise for that. But if you have any questions, I mean, by all means, you can message me on Instagram if you want to know anything. I'm open to anything really, like any questions, anything I can help anybody with. But today, what we're going to do is, I'd really like to just do a nice flowing class. So it's not going to be too difficult. We're going to basically, at the beginning, we're going to do a few sun salutations. So we'll get the cardio up a little bit. But if you need to drop your knees to the floor during the planks and things like that, that's absolutely fine. But then after that, we're just going to go into some little flow movements that we can without the up dog, down dog. So things that you might need a yoga block, and you might need a yoga belt. These are just things, if you've got them handy, because you're really always better working into the alignment of the pose, and a yoga block can keep you in alignment than trying to reach the floor and then losing the alignment of the pose. So if you have a block and you have a belt, a dressing gown cord, anything like that will do, but it really helps you move on quicker in your practice by having this little bit of assistance. When I started doing yoga, I carried a yoga block and a yoga belt around with me everywhere I went, every class. And I used them and I used them and I used them, and eventually you just don't need them anymore. So these are really good things to have. So if you have any of them, you know, you want to get them ready. And maybe a little blanket for the Shavasana at the end, just to keep warm really. Okay, so we're going to start the class now. So I say this before every class that I do. The most important thing that you'll do during your practice today is breathe. That's the most important thing that you'll do, is the inhale and the exhale. So you'll find that if your inhale and exhale has gone really short, the experience in the body is one of tension. So really it means that you're maybe trying too hard, you're pushing too hard, and you want to come out of it a little bit, just lift up a little bit, and then you'll find that you can get your breath back. This nice, steady, calm breath in and out. So you'll find that if you can keep your focus on your breath and keeping your breath nice and smooth and steady, then really your whole practice, the experience of your practice should feel the same. But if you're and your intention, you'll find that your breath has gone really short, and then we get this sort of anxiety in the body, so it makes the body go tense. So remember, yoga is the opposite to any sort of going to the gym or running or anything like that, where kind of the harder you try, the bigger the gain. Yoga works on the complete flip side of that. It's the more you can relax and accept and allow yourself to be in the pose, the more the pose will come to you. So think that all the way through your practice. Think, as you inhale, we get to lift a little, and as we exhale, we get to relax and move into the pose. But if I have any chance at the end, then maybe I'll get a chance to answer some of the questions. But all I can say is I'm super grateful that you're all here to join me for a class. So let's go to the front of our mat and we'll start from there. Okay, so come to the front of your mat, bring your feet together and then lift your toes up, spread your toes out nice and wide and try and get air between every single toe and then bring them down to the mat. Take a little squeeze of the mat with your toes and then relax the shoulders down the back, give the arms a little shake out, close the eyes and start to inhale and exhale in and out through the nose. Tummy's relaxed, shoulders are relaxed down the back. Just you and your breath, eyes are closed. Start to hear the sound of the breath and how the breath feels as it enters and exits the nose. Starting to bring all the senses inward now. Take a big inhale, fill yourself all the way up, fill the belly up, fill the chest up, get as much air as you can get in. And on the exhale, just a nice long sigh, just let the shoulders relax down the back. Again, inhale fully. As you exhale, feel any tension leave the body, the shoulders relax down the back. And then just return to gentle abdominal breathing. And then bring your focus down to the soles of your feet. So don't roll in or out with the feet or forwards or backwards. Get that lovely sensation of the whole of the foot into the floor. Pad bandha. And then feel the tips of the toes, all 5 toes on each foot just onto the floor. Become aware of that sense of gravity down through the soles of the feet. Now we're going to start to lift energy in an upward direction. So we do that by just lift the kneecaps, gently engage the thigh muscles. As you do that, you'll feel the pelvic floor almost wants to lift on its own. So just lift the pelvic floor and then gently tip the tailbone down just a little bit to take that arch out of the lower back. And then draw the belly button in and up and stand up nice and tall. Shoulders are still relaxed down the back. The tummy is in, so the breath is now moving into the heart space. The crown of the head is lifted up towards the ceiling, but the chin is level with the floor. And now we're breathing into the chest. So start to deepen that breath now. Start to feel the ribs underneath the arms expand as you take nice, big, deep inhalations and nice, long exhalations. In and out through the nose, deep into the back of the throat. On your next inhale, open the eyes, make a big circle with the arms, reach up, salute the sun, push into the feet and reach through the fingers, and then exhale, tummy in, bend the knees and fall forward until you can lay your chest onto your thighs, and then just shake the head out, yes and no, shake the arms out. Keep the belly button drawn in, so the breath is moving up and into the back, but let the crown of the head hang down towards the floor. Let the weight of the head just nicely open up the vertebrae in the back. And again, with the belly in, take nice deep breaths. Feel all of the rib cage, the back of the heart space expand. And nice slow exhalations, in and out through the nose. Tummy is in. One more big inhale. On your next inhalation, slowly roll up through the spine. As the head rises, open the arms, reach up, salute the sun, and exhale, bring the hands back to the heart space. Inhale, salute the sun. Reach up, gently lean back, lengthen through the fingers, move the pelvis forward, and then exhale, bend the knees, fall forward, bring the chest down onto the thighs, sit down into your invisible chair, and then turn the palms to face the front, and on an inhale, sit down into that chair and raise the arms up and look up between the hands. So if you want to lift a little, tuck the tailbone under, and then sit down into your chair, but then reach from the middle of the back and the middle of the chest. Look up between the hands, so you're going to need big deep breaths here, because even though we're still, the body's working really strong. So big inhalations, big exhalations. Inhale. On the exhale, fall forward, keeping the knees soft, let the head hang, let the arms hang. Shake the head out, yes and no, shake the arms out. Keeping the tummy in, take nice deep breaths. On an inhale, slowly roll up through the spine, open the arms wide, reach up, salute the sun, lean back, move the hips forward, gentle back bend. And on the exhale, bring the fingers back to the heart space in a prayer. Inhale, salute the sun, reach up, lean back. Exhale, swallow dive forward, this time straight legs. So once the legs want to bend, you just want to keep them where they're nice there, straight, and let the top half of the body just relax. So again, you can have your yoga block here, and you can use your yoga block. You can have it like this, or like this, or even all the way down. What you want to do is, as you exhale, just try and let the top half of the body just relax. Think the crown of the head is moving down towards the floor, not towards your knees. The tummy is in, so that creates the space. And then breathe into the back. Bend the knees, bring the hands down to the floor, sit down into your invisible chair again, Uttanasana, and inhale, reach up, look up, lift a little, tuck the tailbone under, tummy in, and then sit down, reach through the fingers. Inhale, on the exhale, bring your left forearm across your thighs, and your right hand down towards the floor. On an inhale, roll the right shoulder open, turn and see if you can look up to that right hand. Keep sat down into that chair, strong breath, roll that shoulder down the back, reach up through the fingers. Well done. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, right forearm across the thigh, left hand down, and then inhale, roll the left shoulder open, reach up, sit down into that chair, and if you can, lift your gaze, big deep breaths. Well done. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, straighten the legs. Forward bend. Shake the head out, shake the arms out, take some nice deep breaths. And then inhale, raise up with a flat back, open the arms, reach up, salute the sun, gentle back bend. And exhale, bring the hands to the heart space. So closing the eyes, relax the shoulders down the back. Take a big inhale, fill yourself all the way up. And a nice long sigh on the exhale. And just start to observe how you feel now. So even though we haven't moved our feet, you're probably feeling your heart now is really plumped up and full. It's really beating, your sensation of maybe heat in the body. All of these sensations that you're feeling is your body is alive. This is life surging through your body. Inhale, salute the sun, reach up, gently lean back. Exhale, swallow, dive forward, tummy in, straight legs. And then just like the top half of the body, relax down towards the floor. Shake the head out, yes and no. Keep the tummy in. Nice deep breaths. Bend the knees, bring the hands down to the floor, and on an inhale, step back into your press up plank position. So try and get your shoulders over your elbows, over your wrists, and lift the thigh muscles. So the pelvis is really heavy, so if you need to, you can drop the knees down to the floor like this. This is no problem. But if you can, push the heels back and push into the floor like you're trying to push the floor away, and look down between the hands. You want to think like there's maybe a rod of iron coming through the crown of the head, right the way through the middle of the body and out through the heels of the feet. Well done. Bend the knees, bring the knees down to the floor, and then turn your elbows back to face the back of the mat, and see if you can lower your chest and chin between your hands, and see if you can look along the floor. Now if that back bend is a lot for you, you might be able to put maybe the yoga block underneath your chest and just do a gentle one. You can have it flat like this. Take your time, nice deep breaths, relaxing all the time. And then push into the hands, straighten the legs, and come down, hips down. So elbows are tucked in by the side, hands are underneath the shoulders. Draw the shoulder blades together and down the back and away from the neck, so we release any tension in the neck. And then firstly, big inhale into the tummy. Exhale. Inhale into the tummy, and then using your back muscles, lift the head and the heart, and then gently support yourself with the hands for cobra. So elbows are in, shoulders are back, lift the head, look up. Nice big deep breaths. Well done. Exhale, come down, turn the toes under and push all the way back into an extended child pose. Again, you can let the head hang down towards the floor. Gently let the shoulders open. Nice deep breaths. So lifting the head, push into the hands, lift the elbows, and then just think about, you just want to push the heels of the feet down towards the floor and try and straighten the legs for your downward facing dog. So you can bend your knees a little bit here if you need to, but just walk the heels up and down, push into the palms, tummy is in, deep breaths, and the crown of the head is relaxed down towards the floor. But as you push the heel down, tip the tailbone up, you get that lengthening from the Achilles all through the calf, back of the knee, the hamstring and the glute. So maybe slow it down as you drop the heel, tip your tailbone up, feel the stretch. And then push both heels down to the floor, turn your tailbone up to the sky, push into the hands. Inhale, lift the head, and exhale, step, walk or jump your feet forward to the front of the mat and lift up to a flat back. Tummy is in, shoulders are back, big inhale. On the exhale, just let all that tension go. Shake the head out, yes and no. On an inhale, slowly roll up through the spine, open the arms, reach up, salute the sun. Exhale, the hands to the heart space. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swallow, dive forward, tummy in. Bring the hands to the floor, inhale, step back to your press up plank position. So remember, you can drop the knees, but bring the shoulders over the wrists and push into the floor. Tummy is in, thighs are lifted. Big deep breaths. Drop the knees to the floor and then move the sit bones back towards the heels and then slide the hands forward till the chest can come down onto the floor, and see if you can bring the chin down to the floor and look along the floor for Anahata Asana or puppy pose. So again, remember, if you have a block, you could maybe put the block underneath your chest like this. But if you can, get your chest down to the floor. See if you can walk your thumbs together and then your hands a little bit further away. Nice deep breaths. All the time trying to relax on the exhale. So we want to observe the pose rather than react to it. When you're ready, push into the forearms, lift the chest, come all the way through and onto the tummy. So elbows are underneath the shoulders, forearms are on the floor, hips are down on the floor. So I want to draw my shoulder blades down and away from my neck, and as I inhale I'm going to push into my forearms, lift the chest, come into my Sphinx pose. All the time the shoulders are moving down away from my neck, but my head is lifted up and away from my shoulders as I push into the forearms. Big deep breaths. If it's in your practice, you can maybe bring your toes together, point your toes up towards the ceiling. Or maybe bring the toes down. If you can keep the hips down, you might be able to straighten the arms. But don't let the shoulders creep up like this. Keep them pulled down and the chest lifted, lift the head, look up. And then maybe you can bring the toes up again. Well done. Exhale, come down, hands under the shoulders and push back again, extended child pose. Open the knees so your tummy can relax between your legs. Let the arms come forward, let the head come down towards the floor. Nice deep breaths into the tummy. Inhale and lifting the head, push into the hands, turn the toes under, straighten the legs, downward facing dog. So pushing the heels down towards the floor, tailbone is turned up, push into the palms, tummy in, big breaths. Open the fingers on the left hand and really push into the palm, and then try on an exhale to bring the right hand back towards the right knee, the calf, if you can the ankle, and then see if you can look up underneath that left arm. So think both heels are still moving down, really pushing into the front hand, and on the exhale is where it allows me to just twist. Well done. Inhale back to your downward facing dog, and exhale, just push into that down dog a little. So spreading the fingers out in the right hand this time, I'm going to push into that right hand, and on an exhale reach back for the back of the knee, the calf or the ankle. Inhale, and on the exhale, that's where it allows you to twist. Well done. Inhale to down dog, exhale, push into your down dog. 2 big breaths here. Inhale, slow exhale. Inhale, slow exhale. Inhale, lift the head, look up, and on the exhale, step, walk, or jump your feet forward to the front of your mat. Lift to a flat back, tummy in, shoulders back, and exhale, relax forward. Let any tension go, shake the arms out, shake the head out, keeping the tummy in so we keep the breath up and into the lungs, into the heart. Then inhale, roll up through the spine, open the arms, reach up, gently lean back, and bring the hands to the heart space. Again, close your eyes, set your feet. Take a nice big inhale. Long sigh on the exhale, let the shoulders relax. Again, inhale. And again, just bring your attention inward about the sensations in your body now. How you feel right in this very moment. And then inhale, reach up, salute the sun. And on the exhale, step back with the right foot a full stride. Okay, so you want your feet to be at 10 to 2, so facing the outside corners of your mat. And then when we go into this, you want to think of your head being over your shoulders, over your hips. So we're going to come down into goddess pose. So what I mean is we don't want to lean forward like this. Think nice and upright. So inhale, reach up, salute the sun. And exhale as you bring the hands to the heart space, just the knees bend. That's the only thing that bends. And you bring the hands to the heart. And then close your eyes. Lift the pelvic floor, keep the tummy in and keep that breath nice and up and into the heart space. Shoulders are relaxed, but deep breaths here. Take a big inhale. And on the exhale, just see if you can sink down just a little bit lower. And then inhale, straighten the legs, reach up, salute the sun, and exhale the hands to the heart space. So I'll just show you what we're going to do next. We're going to do something called Sat Kriya. So I want to bring the hands into fire hands like this, and then the arms are going to be like this, and we're going to come back down into goddess pose, but then we're going to do fire breath. So fire breath is where we assist the exhale, but we allow the inhale to happen naturally. So it goes. So what that is I kind of push the exhale out, but I'm also making sure I get an inhale. So I'm not going like this, because that will make you hyperventilate. So if you watch, I'm going. So there's a, I'm taking the breath rather than I'm allowing the mouth to assist on the inhale. Okay, and as you do this, think of lifting the pelvic floor and bringing your focus into your third eye. This is a Kriya. So we're going to inhale, reach up, salute the sun, bring the hands into fire hands, and then bend the knees, come down into goddess pose, and then close your eyes, focus onto the third eye, and as you do each breath, think Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam. So when you're ready, last one, and then inhale fully. Bring the hands down to the knees, straighten the legs, hold the breath. And then exhale slowly out through the mouth. And then just take a few breaths, because you might feel a little bit dizzy, but just let that feeling settle into the body. And then we want to turn the right foot so it's square onto the outside edge of the mat, and the left foot I'm going to turn so my toes are pointing straight off the mat. So if you think about the heel and the instep being in line, and then this front leg you want to walk forward a little. And then if you think about keeping your hips and your chest in line with this outside edge of the mat here, this is what gives you your alignment in your warrior poses. So you might find that if you're tight in the hip, that already it's wanting to turn the knee in like this. So if the knee naturally turns in like this, you want to be thinking of rolling that thigh muscle out to the side just to help support the knee. But even if your knee moves forward, there's still that sensation of rolling this thigh muscle to the outside of the mat. That just protects that knee. So raise the arms up to shoulder height, and then roll the palms all the way up until you feel your shoulder blades go down your back, and then flip the palms over, reach through the fingers. So have a look at that back arm, make sure you're nice and open, and then make sure you're still square to the side of the mat. Take a nice big inhale, and on the exhale, just bend in the front knee, so we don't lean forward, just let that front knee bend, making sure you're keeping that alignment. And then turn the head and look to the middle finger on the left hand. Big deep breaths here. So maybe you should move the weight forward and then move the weight back until you find that point where the head is over the shoulders, over the hips, and you feel like the weight is distributed through both feet. Take a nice big inhale. On the exhale, reach as far forward as you can, and then turn the front palm to face the ceiling, and your next inhale, the right hand comes down and the left hand comes up and over the head, and lift the gaze up to look at that hand. So again, you're moving into that front knee, the chest is lifted, and big deep breaths here. This arm's reaching over the head. Well done. Inhale back to your warrior. And then bend the front elbow, bring the forearm onto the thigh, and inhale, reach up and look up to that right hand. So this is one of them poses where you might want to use the yoga block. If you want to bring the hand down to the inside of the foot, but keep that alignment, the yoga block can help. So sometimes without the block you'll lean forward. Just think of that nice opening up. You can bring the hand down to the floor, by all means do. Turn the top palm to face the front and extend the arm over the head. Inhale, raise the arm, come back up to your warrior, and then straighten the legs, bring the arms down, bring the hands to the heart space, and just take a couple of breaths just to settle the system back down. And then the left foot is square to the back of the mat, and turn the right toes to face off the front. So think the heel and the instep in alignment, and the hips and the chest in line with that outside edge of the mat. Inhale, raise your arms, roll the palms all the way open. Feel the shoulders drop down the back, turn the palms over and reach. And then look to the middle finger on the right hand, and on an exhale, just the right knee bend. So remember, you're rolling that thigh out to the side, and you're wanting to try and keep your hips square to the side of the mat. Nice big deep breaths. Big inhale. Exhale, reach forward, turn the front palm. On your next exhale, the left hand comes down, and you inhale, raise the right hand and up and over the head. Keep reaching with the right hand, moving into the front knee. And big deep breaths here, you're working hard. Inhale back to your warrior, and then bend the front elbow, bring the forearm onto the thigh, roll the chest open and reach up through that left hand. So if you think this left hip is moving forward, as you're leaning back into this left shoulder, so you have this two-way movement of energy. You'll feel how it opens up the front body, keeps that Sushumna Nadi long. Again, if you want to use your block, you can bring the hand to the inside of the foot and reach up, or you can bring the hand down. Turn the top palm to face the front, extend the arm over the head. And then inhale, come back up to your warrior. Turn your feet square to the side of the mat. Relax the arms, close the eyes. Take a few breaths. Allow all that just to settle. So we inhale, raise the arms up to shoulder height again, and then turn the left toes to face the front. So this time we're keeping the legs nice and straight, so the best way to do that is keep the thighs lifted, reach through the fingers, nice big inhale, and on the exhale just fold into this front hip and reach as far forward as you can. So this abductor will tell you how far that is, so think you want to keep in that nice flat line, and then just windmill the arms open, bring the left hand down onto the leg and reach up through the right hand, and then turn and look up to that right hand. So you can use this hand on the leg to help stabilize yourself. And again, like I said before, is that if you push the hip forward and open the shoulder back, see how it opens up all this length on the front of the body. But again, if your knee is bent, you're better coming up a little bit to where it's straight, your alignment is good. Turn the top arm, face the front, extend the arm over the head. Big breaths. And then raise the arm, bend the front knee, and come back to your warrior. Straighten the front leg, turn the toes. Bring the arms down, give them a little shake, a couple of nice big breaths. And then turning the right toes out to the sides. Remember, lift the thighs, hands are at the heart space. Inhale, raise the arms, reach through the fingers, relax the shoulders. Inhale. And exhale with a straight leg, just fold into that front hip, reach as far as you can, and then just windmill the arms open. And again, use that right hand against the leg to help stabilize yourself, to open up the chest. I think the hip is moving forward, leaning back, big breaths. Turn the top palm to face the front, extend the arm over the head. Inhale, raise the arm, bend the front knee, come back to your warrior, and then straighten the leg, turn the feet to the side, give the arms a little shake, and on an exhale, step the feet to the front of the mat, bring the hands to the heart space, take a big inhale, fill yourself all the way up, and then slowly exhale out through the mouth. Again. One more. Inhale, salute the sun. Exhale, step your right foot back, half a stride. So what you want is both feet facing forward, but you want your feet hip distance apart as well. So if your feet are too close together, you'll feel like you're on a tightrope like this. So think feet are hip distance apart, and it's like half a stride when you look at it this way. So again, we're talking about having the legs nice and straight, So lift the thigh muscles and push down through the back heel. And then if you use the front edge of your mat as a gauge, you'll probably find that your right hip is back and your left hip is forward. So before we start, just square the hips to the front of the mat. Thighs are lifted, hands are at the heart space. Inhale, reach up, salute the sun. And then exhale, swallow dive forward, tummy in. Bring the hands to the knee and lift the chest, look up. So you'll probably find again the hips have just gone, so push that right hip forward, left hip back, and then exhale, allow yourself to fold over. So again, you're thinking your head is going long curve towards your toes. If you can bring your hands down to the floor, by all means do. But again, this is when a yoga block is good to keep that integrity of the straight legs. Rather than bending the leg just to get the hand to the floor, you can have it this way or even low. Lift up a little, tummy in, draw the chest forward, and then exhale, relax again. So you'll notice all the work is in this front leg. Your hands are just there for balance. The back leg is just there for balance. So we don't need to have any tension in that part of the body because the experience is all in this front leg. So keeping the breath steady. If your hands are on the floor, you can try walking your hands out to the side or turning your hands back and reaching for the back of the mat for pyramid pose. Well done. Lift the head, bend the front knee, and inhale, come all the way up, reach up, salute the sun, and exhale the hands to the heart space. So, exactly the same place where we are. Think if you need to adjust your feet, do that now. Push into the soles of the feet, thighs are lifted, hands are at the heart space. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swallow dive forward, come halfway down. So the right hand is going to come across to the outside of the left knee, the shin, or the floor. Or if you have your yoga block, you can bring that to the inside of that foot. As that hand comes around, the left hand opens up. Okay, so hands are at the heart space. Inhale, reach up, salute the sun. Exhale, swallow dive forward, tummy in. Inhale, lift. And exhale, bring the right hand across as you let the left hand open and turn and see if you can lift the gaze up to that left hand. If you pull that left hip back, push the right hip forward, it gives the torso space to move. And then bring the hand down to the floor, bend the front knee, inhale, come all the way up, reach up, salute the sun, and exhale, step the feet together at the front of the mat. So give the hips a little shake, take a couple of nice big breaths. And then inhale, salute the sun, and exhale, the left foot goes back this time. So remember what we said, hip distance apart, both feet facing forward, and then try and square the hips to the front edge of your mat. Lift the thigh muscles, inhale, salute the sun, exhale, swallow dive forward, tummy in, bring the hands onto the knee, lift the chest, and again just draw that right hip back, left hip forward, and then exhale, allow yourself to relax from there. You can use the block or bring the hands down to the floor, or even keep the hands on the leg. But again, remember, everything is just in this front leg, so the head can be relaxed, the back leg can be relaxed, the arms just relaxing on the exhale. If you can walk the hands out to the side. Or turn the hands back and maybe reach for the back of the mat for your pyramid pose. And then bending the front knee, inhaling, coming all the way up. Reach up, salute the sun, and bring the hands to the heart space. So again, if you have to reset yourself, get that comfortable base. Inhale, reach up, salute the sun. Exhale, swallow, dive forward, tummy in, come halfway down, and the left hand is going to come across to the outside of the knee, the shin, the ankle, or your yoga block, or if you can, the floor, and roll that right shoulder open and see if you can lift the gate. So again, think, pull that right hip back, it gives the chest space to turn. Strong breath. Well done. On an exhale, bring the hand down to the floor. Bend the front knee. Inhale, come all the way up, reach up. Salute the sun. Exhale, step the feet together. Give the hips a little shake. Close your eyes. Bring the hands down by the side. Inhale, salute the sun. Exhale, swallow, dive forward, tummy in, forward bend. Lift up a little, find some space. Exhale, fold. Again, if you need to use your yoga block. Bend the knees, bring the hands to the floor, and shift your weight over into your left foot, and inhale, raise the right leg up behind, and then try and straighten the standing leg. So really lift up through the heel, find a mark on the floor to look at that isn't going to move, and see if you can open your arms wide for your aeroplane pose. Well done. Turn the palms back, reach back for the back foot, and then bring the hands to the floor, bend the front knee, step back into a low lunge, and drop the back knee down to the floor. Bring the hands to the heart space, shoulders are down the back, tummy is in. Take a nice big inhale. On the exhale, turn all the way around to the left, and then just tip the elbows and the shoulders. Bring that elbow down onto the knee, draw the shoulders down the back, and turn and look up over the left shoulder. Think long spine, push into the palms, and the shoulders are moving down and away from the neck. Well done. Inhale to the centre. Exhale, forward bend. Turn the toes under at the back, lift the knee. Move the weight back, and then see if you can step back into that balance. See if you can open the arms. And then step the feet together, lift up to a flat back, inhale, and exhale to a forward bend. Shift the weight over into the right foot. Inhale, raise the left leg. So try and straighten the standing leg. Push down through the sole of the foot and lift up through the heel. Find a mark on the floor to look at that isn't going to move, and open the arms for your aeroplane. Turn the palms back, reach back. Well done. Bend the knee, bring the hands to the floor, step back, low lunge. Inhale, come up, bring the hands to the heart space. Shoulders are down the back, tummy is in, big inhale. Exhale, turn all the way around to the right, and then just tip the shoulders and the elbows. Bring that elbow down onto the knee. Shoulders are down the back, and push into the palms. Look up over the right shoulder. Tummy is in, deep breaths. Well done. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fall forward. Turn the back toes under, lift the knee. Shift the weight back, and on an inhale, step back up into your balance. Open the arms. Step the feet together, lift to a flat back, inhale. Exhale, forward bend. So bend the knees, lower the sit bones down towards the heels. Come down to seated. So you want your feet together, lift any muscles away from your sit bones, and then think, engage the thighs, draw the toes back, and lift the chest. So if you feel like you're arching like this, it'll feel like someone's pulling you back. So think, lift the chest, draw the shoulders down the back. Your chin is just nicely tucked in, and the crown of the head is lifted. The left hand goes onto the lap, and the right hand on top, and then the tips of the thumbs touch like this. So this is Samadhi Mudra. So close the eyes, focus onto the third eye, and as you breathe, breathe into the belly. On an inhale, open the eyes, turn the palms to face the ceiling, and inhale, raise the arms, reach up. And as you exhale, keep reaching forward, tummy is in, falling forward, reaching for the sides of the feet. If you need your yoga belt, you can pop that around the legs. We're always thinking about keeping these legs straight and the chest moving forward. So if you're here and you're moving forward, it's better than here with the legs bent. So you need to be just feeling that and allowing yourself, just relax on an exhale. So inhale, lift, and exhale, fold forward. Feel the back body stretch out. And inhale, lift up, and then bring your belt over your left foot and bring your right foot to the inside of the thigh. And again, lift any muscles away from the sit bones. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, falling forward, reaching for the foot or the belt. Lift the chest and exhale. Just allow yourself to fall forward. But be careful of this knee. It's got a big bend in it, so don't over force it because you might damage this knee. So inhale, lift, and exhale, fold. And lifting back up, bringing the feet together, and then bending the left knee, letting the left knee fall out to the side, let that thigh, foot come into the inside of the thigh, lift any muscles away from your sit bones. If you need to pop your belt over your foot, do that now, and then inhale, reach up, look up, and then exhale, falling forward, reaching for the belt or the foot. Once you're there, find that space, inhale, lift, and exhale, fold. Well done. Inhale, lift up, bend the knees, and hug the knees in as tight as you can. So you want to get your arms as far around your legs as you can, because you want your shoulder blades to open out around your back. So we stretch that back, and then if you can try and come to a little balance. But once you're there, let the forehead come down towards the knees, and keep the tummy in so the breath really does stretch that back out. Nice big deep breaths. We get to relax in our cosmic egg. So opening the eyes, lifting the head, and then seeing if you can come into your boat pose. So if you need to hold on to the back of your legs like this is absolutely fine. But think chest is moving forward, shoulders are back, and if you can, bring the hands forward and reach forward. See if you can straighten the legs and maybe reach up towards the toes. Maybe come back to your boat pose. And then inhale slowly all the way down. Just let yourself sink into the floor. Give your feet a little waggle, your hips a little shake from side to side. And then bend the heels, draw the heels in towards the sit bones. So if you bring your hands down by your hips, you can feel that your feet are hip distance apart. Think the toes are pointing forward and the knees are pointing forward. Hands are down on the floor. As you inhale, push into the feet, turn the tailbone under, lift the hips high, and then bring the hands underneath the body into fire hands or just behind the hands. And then see if you can get a little bit higher up onto your shoulders. And as you push the hands down into the floor, stamp into the feet, lift the hips high. Nice big deep breaths. And then release the hands, roll down through the spine, hug the knees into the chest, and have a gentle rock from side to side. So bring your left hand onto your right knee, your right hand out to the side. On an exhale, gently lower the knees to the left, then turn the head and look to the outstretched right hand. And then on an exhale, bring the knees back in, little rock forwards and backwards. And then take your right hand to your left knee, left hand out to the side. On an exhale, lower the knees to the right and turn the head and look to the outstretched left hand. And then release, let the knees come back into the centre, hug them in, and then open the knees a bit wider than your torso, reach between your legs, take a hold of the sides of the feet, and then pull down on the feet like you're trying to get your knees to touch the floor, either side of your body, and then roll over till your left knee touches the floor, roll over till your right knee touches the floor. So really, in our happy baby, we're just using the floor to massage the back. After we've done many back bends and many twists, you just want to roll the back muscles into the floor. You can also roll up towards the shoulders and forwards and backwards. This just realigns the spine. But then when you're ready, come into lying down. Let the feet come a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Let the hands come out to the side, palms facing up. And then lift the head and just lay the head down gently. And then lift the shoulders, draw the shoulders down the back and gently rest the shoulders down. Push into the shoulders, lift the hips, tip the tailbone under and just let the glutes come down. And then any adjustments to the feet. Take a nice big inhale, fill yourself all the way up. And on the exhale, just surrender to the floor, knowing that you're completely supported. You're not going to fall. You're not going to go anywhere. All you have to do is allow yourself to just be in this space. This reward for your vinyasa today. As we burn through the limitations that we think we have in our vinyasa practice, as we come